NCAA Division II and Sunshine State Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators who kindly request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner, using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or even ability to provocative language or actions toward officials, opponents, spectators, or institution or conference administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the ICI Center premises. Also, the use of artificial noisemakers is strictly prohibited. Use of tobacco products policy down center has been designated a non-smoking facility. And basketball fans, you will notice that many of our seats here in the SCI Center have names on them. These are reserved for our season ticket holders. What we'd like to do is, if you're interested in purchasing seats with your name on the back, please visit the market table in the lobby. Or you can simply go on the World Wide Web at ERAU EAA. Thank you for your cooperation. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ICI Center. Today's Sunshine Conference game features the University of Tampa Spartans and your Eagles from Embry-Riddle University. And at this time, we ask you to please stand and join our coaches and players as we honor the United States of America and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the Spartans starting the lineup. From Savannah, Georgia, a 5'10" senior forward, number 1, Faith Sanders. From Elizabethtown, Kentucky, 8'5" sophomore guard, number 4, Rachel Gordon. From Orlando, Florida, 8'5" senior guard, number 5, Karma Jeremy. 8'5" junior forward from Orlando, Florida, number 22, Stasia Titan. In your last Spartan wearing number 44 from Tinley Park, Illinois, the 6'2" junior center, Molly Franson. Head coach of the Spartans is Tom Jessup, assisted by Caitlin Richard and Elena Alfredo. Eagle fans, stand and cheer for your starting lineup of the Embry-Riddle Eagles. At guard, 8'5" junior from Granger, Indiana, number 4, Lauren Allenberger. 8'11" freshman guard from Uppsala, Sweden, number 21, Sigrid Sandstrom. At guard, 8'7" senior from Temple, Florida, number 22, Sabrina Whiting. 8'9" freshman forward from Marshall, Michigan, number 32, Nicole Tucker. In your last Eagle wearing number 13, locking down the center position home winner, Mark Florida, 6' senior Paul Terra. Eagles! Head coach of the Eagles is Lisa Wilson. Assistant coach in the Mercury, Gianna Messina. And your athletic trainer,
all right, hear me okay? All right, let's do it, folks. Welcome to Daytona Beach. The return of Sunshine State Conference basketball action today as the Eagles and the Spartans come back after the holiday break and jump right back into Sunshine State Conference play. This should be a good one tonight. 9-2 Embry-Riddle 10-2 Tampa. Here in Daytona Beach, we're at the ICI Center. My name is John Phillips. Luke Halgerson alongside me, ready to bring you some action tonight. This is the Sunshine State Conference doubleheader. We'll have the men's matchup 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Eagles are dressed in all white with the blue and gold trim. The Spartans are in black today with the red and white trim. Basketball is heading to the center circle where Tara Fields and Faith Sanders are ready to jump center. Tap is in the air and controlled by the Spartans. They'll have first crack at it. First matchup between these two teams this season. We'll do it again over in Tampa later in the year. Tampa ball front court. They got it right-hand wing, and we got a whistle and a 5-second violation as the Spartans couldn't get into their offense. Sanders had it on the right-hand wing. Well defended there by the Eagles, and a turnover on the first possession.
Yeah, you got to wonder what the break will do for both of these teams. Neither team has played since the 19th of December.
Eagles basketball for their first crack at it. Fields at the top of the circle with it. Eagles spread the floor. Go to Sabrina Whiting off the right-hand wing. Looks in, nothing there. Sandstrom works against a man-to-man. Shot clock to 10. Ellenberger's got it top of the circle. She goes to Whiting with 5. 4, dribble drive to the paint, pull-up jumper, partially blocked. It's short. Rebound loose on the floor and picked up by the Spartans. They'll come the other way. 45 seconds in, neither team has scored just yet. Spartan ball left-hand side. Sanders will take the dribble and head up top. Sigrid Sandstrom goes with her. She goes over to Karma Jeremy. Swings it left wing, then back around up high. Looking in for Jeremy, nothing doing yet. Spartans work the perimeter. Now they throw it inside, deflected by Sabrina Whiting, and Whiting will race the other way after the steal. She can't get going at full speed and then has to slow it down, but the Eagles have created 2 turnovers and have the basketball inside the field. She'll post up and off the backboard and rattle it home. Tara Fields' basket is good. Eagles on the board first, 2-0, 90 seconds in Daytona Beach. Both teams playing straight man-to-man so far today. Ellenberger provides the defense here against the point guard, Rachel Warden. Now Jeremy on the perimeter. She'll go dribble to the elbow. Well defended there, has to kick it back out. Spartans don't have a shot yet. They'll take it in and step through. Floater is up, it's short, no good. Rebound to the Eagles. Nikki Tucker pulls it down, finds Ellenberger, who always likes to race front court. No fast break this time. She'll slow it down and get into the half-court offense. Whiting top of the circle. She is a 3-point threat. They go left side. Tucker post feed again into Fields. Too strong that time. Rebounded on the far side by Stacia Titer. And here come the Spartans the other direction. Warden now over right side to Sanders. Back to Warden on the wing. They look to post. Nobody there. Sandstrom fights through screens. Spartans work to the far side. Another screen here. Ellenberger fights through it. Good switch by the Eagles on defense. Shot clock is 6. Whiting working here against Sanders. Dribble in, kick out. Baseline 3 ball is on the way. It's no good. Rebound fought for. And the smallest player on the court comes out of there with it. That's Lauren Ellenberger. 2-0 Eagles.
Eagles have played great defense here in these first 4 possessions.
Whiting at the top of the circle. She'll think about a 3. Pass it up. And we got a whistle and a foul. Going to go offensive against Tara Fields. First foul of the night on either team. 6:57 to go first quarter. 2-0 in favor of Embry-Riddle. Eagles playing great defense, as you mentioned there, Luke, but only leading it by 2. Spartans ball front court. They look inside. Well defended on the block again. Sanders out on the perimeter being chased by Whiting. Throw it over near side. Deflected by Nikki Tucker, but picked up by the Spartans. Handed off. Dribble in over Tara Fields and bank it home for Stacia Titer. Ellenberger's going to go coast to coast for a runner. She got going a little too fast right before the rim and bangs it off the backboard too strong and then commits a foul. Her first, team's second. Eagles will go to the bench for Ashley McWilliams to replace Tara Fields. Eagles go with a much smaller lineup here with Fields checking out. Spartan ball tied at 2. 4 minutes in here in Daytona Beach. McWilliams provides the defense here against Tyder. They go to Jeremy at the top of the circle. Lob over the top is too strong, and it goes out of bounds. They were looking for Molly Franson, 6'2" junior, who was posting up inside. Tried to throw it over the top and did. Over the top of her, over the top of everybody else, and out of bounds.
It's already the third forced turnover by the Eagles as far against Tampa, so doing a great job on the defensive end. Just need to get some points on the board.
Ball fake by Ellenberger, right side. Goes to McWilliams. Now Nikki Tucker. Back to McWilliams. She'll go dribble drive off the right side. In off the window short. Taps her own rebound and taps it over toward Lauren Ellenberger. Back to Whiting with a fresh shot clock. Whiting open for 3. Couldn't get it off quick enough. Goes into Tucker. Kicks it out to Sandstrom's 3 ball. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound fought for, and they're going to call Sabrina Whiting on the loose ball foul. Her first, team's 3rd. Coach Wilson trying to get an explanation on that call there. Looked like a 50-50 ball that both players went up for.
Yeah, an unfortunate call right there. Looked like Whiting was just going for the ball like the other player.
Ball will go to the Spartans. Low scoring affair here, almost midway through the first quarter, 2-2. Spartans dribble and kick right hand side off to Emily Eshu, who checked in at the last stoppage. She'll go dribble and drop out to the far side. Take it in over Ellenberger, too strong. Good defense there, just came flying in. Didn't foul, but caused enough of a distraction to cause the miss. Eagles rebound and come the other way. Whiting going to go dribble and spin back here for 3 ball. It's on the way, it's off the mark. Rebound pulled in by Tampa. That was Morgan Ackerman with the miss. Spartans push it front court, try to go inside to Jeremy. She'll work against Ackerman. Up, under, and rattles it home. Karma Jeremy gives the Spartans a lead. They've scored 4 straight, take a 4-2 lead. Tucker, top of the circle, finds Ellenberger slashing. She'll stop and turn around and stick it in. Eagles tie it up 4-piece at the 4:20 mark. Next dead ball will be our first quarter media timeout. Warden, right side to Sanders. Works against Whiting on the dribble and throws it to the corner. Dribble in, kick back cross court. Karma Jeremy will take it cross court, kick it out to the top of the key. Jumper from there is going to get a friendly roll and drop in for Rachel Warden. Looked like that one was going to be short off the front of the rim. It caught just enough to hang on the rim, rattle around, and drop through. Ellenberger, now Tucker, top of the circle. To Amax, she'll go dribble, drive in, float it up, and couldn't get the roll, but she'll get to the free throw line for a 2-shot opportunity. Foul on Emily Eshu. First on the Spartans, and after the media timeout, we'll go to the free throw line. It's 6-4 Tampa. Eagles at the free throw line after this stoppage. Back after this on the Eagles Radio Network.
The winners of today's Best in Class for the women's game are Brad Mace and Drew Ciano. Drew, you're working with the men's basketball team. Tell us the capacity in which you're working.
Student assistant coach.
Student assistant coach. So what does that mean when you give the team?
Keep track of the circles on the bench, help out with teammates.
Yeah, here we are.
And we're having some technical difficulties, probably user error. I'm just saying. But we'll get her back, folks.
3:37 to go here, first quarter. Low scoring affair here in Daytona Beach this afternoon. Tampa 6, Embry-Riddle 4. Lauren Ellenberger and Tara Fields with baskets for the Eagles. For Tampa, Warden, Jeremy, and Tyder, each with a bucket. These two teams are near the top of the Sunshine State Conference. We're still very early. There's 3 teams with only 1 loss, Eckerd, Berry, and Embry-Riddle. And then Tampa sits at 3-2. So Ashley McWilliams will toe the line for the Eagles. Has yet to score today. First free throw is good. McWilliams, a senior from Tampa. Her second free throw, no good. So it's a 6-5 game. She makes 1 out of 2. Karma Jeremy will race the ball front court for Tampa. Guarded tightly by Lauren Ellenberger. Goes it to Tighter, and they work inside. Sanders shoots the turnaround. It's on the way. It's up. It's good. Basket and 1. Foul's going to go on Marissa Koopman, her first. And Faith Sanders with her first bucket of the day. Spartans lead at 8-5 with the free throw pending. It's very short. And we have a lane violation on the Eagles. Morgan Ackerman in the lane too early, so the Spartans will get a do-over on the free throw. And Sanders makes the most of it. 9-5, Tampa by 4. Right side to Tucker. Out to Koopman. Now McWilliams. Falling right through the hands of Tucker, and racing the other way with it is Karma Jeremy. She'll go coast to coast and lay it in. 11-5, biggest lead of the day for the Spartans. They lead it by 6. Koopman, top of the circle, right side Ellenberger. Come off the Ackerman screen. Step back 3 on the way is off the back of the iron. No good. Koopman after a rebound, and she'll corral it. Eagles will reset it with a fresh 30.
Eagles 0 for 3 from 3-point range to start the game. They got to find a way to generate baskets.
Ellenberger turns the corner, and that'll generate a basket if she gets in there uncontested. 11-7, the Eagles cut it to a 4-point deficit at the 2:16 mark of the first quarter. Ellenberger works against Warden. They go right side over here to Eschew. Now Sanders in the corner. Now out high. 3 balls on the way. Back of the iron. No good. Rebound Ellenberger. That was Tighter with miss. Ellenberger races front court over the top to Ackerman. Catch and finish. And a timeout called by Coach Tom Jesse for the Spartans. Eagles have cut it to a 2-point game, and Coach Jesse wants a 30-second timeout. So we stay right here at the 1:54 mark of the first quarter. Spartans 11, Eagles 9 here in Daytona Beach. Lots of other action going on around the Sunshine State Conference. See if we can get some scores for you. There were several games that started at 2 o'clock today on the women's side. Lynn has defeated St. Leo 67-52. Nova defeated Barry 86-76. Florida Tech over Palm Beach 54-53. And Eckerd over Rowan 75-74. That game went to overtime, so it looks like it is final now. So all the other games that started at 2 o'clock are all finished. Lynn, Nova, Florida Tech, and Eckerd, all winners in women's basketball in the Sunshine State Conference. Spartan ball, front court. Faith Sanders has it right-hand wing. She works against Koopman on the dribble, uses a screen from Jeremy to turn the corner. Looks to go back to Jeremy. It's deflected and picked up here by Koopman. She'll hand it back to Sabrina Whiting, who moves to the point guard spot with Ellenberger on the bench. The Eagles come front court. Tucker, top of the circle, to Ashley McWilliams. Now Sandstrom. Now Whiting, right-hand side, guarded by Sanders. To Tucker. Shot clock to 10. Throw it to Whiting, right-hand wing. With 6, with 5, a crossover, a spin, a float, and a bucket for Sabrina Whiting. Nice, strong move there. Ties it up 11 apiece here at the 1-minute mark. Spartans off the high double ball screen, throw it back over to Jeremy. She'll go dribble in against Sigrid Sandstrom, and she'll score it easily. Karma Jeremy's got 6 to lead the Spartans. They reclaim an a 13-11 lead.
Showing why she's the second leading scorer for Tampa, as she averages just under 12 points a game.
Tucker at the top of the circle. She's going to go dribble in for a runner. It's going to be short, but she is fouled by Molly Franson. Franson will get her first personal, team's second. And Nikki Tucker will toe the line for the Eagles. Couple of free throws with a chance to tie it here with 32 seconds left in the quarter.
Be interesting to see how the Eagles can generate offense with Fields and Ellenberger on the bench.
And Tucker's free throw off the mark, no good. Nikki Tucker yet to score so far today. Comes an average of 9 points and 7 rebounds per contest. It's a 70% free throw shooter on the season. And she misses them both. Both were on target, but both were too strong, and here come the Spartans the other way. Eshu's got the basketball on the perimeter. She'll work against Ashley McWilliams. To Sanders. Shot clock to 13, about a second and a half differential shot clock to game clock. Eshu, entry pass in, is kicked. Shot clock's at 7. Game clock's at 8.7. They will turn the shot clock off and give the ball to the Spartans on the kick. So unlucky there for the Eagles. 8.7 for Tampa. They can hold it for the final shot now. Going to go over the top and in, deflected and knocked out of bounds by Sigrid Sandstrom. They tried to throw it over the top to Karma Jeremy, and well defended by Sig. 8.3. Referee's going to get together, talk about the clock, I assume. Tampa to trigger with 8.3. And that one's deflected out of bounds by the Eagles with 7.5 now. Back-to-back deflections. Into Tighter. In against Tucker. Kicks it over near side. 3-point attempt on the way. In and out, no good. And the Eagles dodge a bullet quite literally there. We'll go to the end of the first quarter in a well-played game. 13-11. Very competitive basketball game here. First game out of the holiday break. It's Tampa 13, Embry-Riddle 11 after one quarter in Daytona Beach. We'll be right back after this on the Eagles Radio Network.
We're going to do a little Eagle trivia. Are you ready? I'm ready. All right, this is about the women's basketball team. I want to know who leads the Eagles in scoring this season. Is it A, Lauren, B, Sabrina, or C, Tara? C. Tara. There it is! Tara Fields, you're right. Okay, we're going to thicken the plot here. If you can give me, come on, total points scored, plus or minus 10, then we'll throw in the Jersey Mike's gift card. What do you think? Think about it. For Tara Fields, yeah. What do you guys think? Help her out. 95. 195 is a 195. 194 is total points scored. You just won an Embry-Riddle prize tag. Thanks, Karen.
These two teams have met 4 times in the history of women's basketball. Tampa claimed the first 2 matchups 2 years ago. Eagles won both matchups last year. So 2-2 all time between the Eagles and the Spartans. Eagles basketball to start the second quarter, down by 2. Sandstrom lob into Fields. She'll kick it over this way looking for Koopman. That's a bad pass off the mark, and the Eagles turn it over.
Yeah, just an errant pass, trying to skip it when the skip wasn't necessary.
So the Eagles turn it over on their first possession here of the second quarter, and the Spartans have the basketball. Faith Sanders out between the circles, comes off the high double ball screen, throws it back over to Carmen Jeremy. Dribble and kick to the left-hand wing. That's tighter, and she's called for a travel, well defended there by Sabrina Whiting.
Yeah, shuffled her feet right there, but good defense by the Eagles in the early going, already forcing 6 turnovers.
Look inside to Fields once again. Dribble the baseline and kick it, and dribble and step on the baseline. Would have been more accurate. She's out of bounds. The Eagles turn it over for the second consecutive possession to start the second quarter. Both turnovers to Tara Fields.
And that's already 4 turnovers in the game for the Eagles as well, so need to keep that ball control intact.
Spartan ball front court, Jeremy up high. Around the horn, Sanders left wing, posted into Karma Jeremy. She'll go underneath, strong move, stick it in. She's got 8. She's dominating inside right now for Tampa.
Yeah, and she's a tough matchup for the Eagles. No one can seem to stay in front of her.
Not a lot of size at 5'8", but very, very strong. Whiting left-hand wing. And she traveled. So the Eagles really struggling offensively right now after the break. 3 consecutive possessions to start the second quarter have resulted in 3 turnovers. (15-11). Tampa leads it by 4. Karma Jeremy with 8 to lead all scorers. She handles it out high. Hands it off to Tyder. Back left-hand wing. They look to post Jeremy. She's not there. Throw it back to Sanders to the top of the circle once again. Swing it left side. Tyder looking in. Nothing there. Throw it back cross court. Sanders. Now Jeremy. Shot clock to 5. She'll skip it near side. Dribble drive on the right baseline. Little floaters up and good for Rachel Warden. Tampa equals their biggest lead. 6 points here. 17-11 Spartans. Fields at the top of the circle. Now Ashley McWilliams. Ellenberger. Right baseline. Lob into Fields. She'll spin. Little baby hook shot short. Rebound by the Spartans. They'll race the other way. Going 2-on-2. Throw it cross court underneath to Sanders. And she'll put it in.
She's doing a nice job of running the floor for an easy basket right there.
Ellenberger going to go dribble in. It blocked from behind by Franson. Ball will stay with the Eagles. 19-11, Tampa by 8.
And Franson is the leading blocker for this team in Tampa. She averages just over 1 a game.
Nikki Tucker will spin and take the ball baseline. A little miscommunication there by the Spartans. She gets an easy bucket to cut it back to a 6-point deficit. 19-13 Tampa.
Eagles desperately needed that basket. It's just their first field goal of the second quarter.
Ellenberger provides the defense. The Spartans spin it out high, then throw it down low inside. And we're going to get a charge taken by Lauren Ellenberger. Foul called on Karma Jeremy. Ellenberger slid in underneath from the weak side. The only debate was whether she was in the arc or not. She definitely was in good position. And she takes the charge, and the Eagles get a turnover. That's a big one. Trying to switch the tempo here and get some momentum going toward the home team. Ellenberger to Amack. Now Tucker. Whiting looking for Fields. Find her on the block. And she's called for a travel. 3rd turnover this quarter for Tara Fields. She's got a tough matchup there with Molly Franson, the junior transfer from Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, and usually Fields can impose her will on defenders, but this time she has a really tough time of getting around her.
Spartans kick the ball far side. Sanders a pull-up jumper, going to be too strong. Rebound pulled in by Tampa. Back up and back in for Tyder. Tucker post feed into Tara Fields. She'll turn and shoot and knock that one home. Big basket there for Tara. She scored the first one to start the game and hadn't scored since. She gets her 2nd field goal to go, and it's 21-15.
Made a nice decision right there. Instead of attacking, just shooting it right over the top of Franson, getting the easy bucket.
The Eagles get a turnover here by the Spartans. David Tyder called for the turnover on the travel. Fields will check out for Morgan Ackerman. Ackerman certainly much more of a perimeter threat. Maybe she can pull Franson out on the perimeter and open up the space for some Eagles penetrate in. There goes Amack in, penetrating in, but too strong, no good. Here come the Spartans the other way. Jeremy goes coast to coast. Her runner is no good, gets her own rebound. Spartans will reset it in their half court here. 21-15, Tampa by 6. Off the double screen, step back three is going to be very short. It's going to be an air ball, and the ball will go to the Eagles.
Just something that Tampa doesn't do well is shoot the three-pointer, only at 36% on the season. So they know their game, and that's getting to the basket.
The Eagles trying to cut into that 6-point deficit here. Tucker, left side, Ackerman tries to dribble past Franson, can't get there. Throws it out near midcourt. She was looking for Tucker, missed her. Fortunately, Ellenberger there to clean it up. Ellenberger to Ackerman. Shot clock at 9. Morgan's going to go dribble in, get her shot rejected by Franson, right back into her face and out of bounds. It'll stay Eagles basketball, but only 5 on the shot clock. And the Eagles catch a break here with the mid-second quarter media timeout. They'll get to diagram something up here with only 5 on the shot clock, 4:47 on the game clock. Eagles down 6, 21-15. Back after this on the Eagles Game Day Network.
Eagle fans, do you have a Flock Rewards app? Check in the game, turn on. Get rewarded with the Flock Rewards app. You can download your mobile device today. Swing by Mercantile if you have any questions. You haven't got everything you wanted for Christmas, we got good news. After the game, you can visit the ERAU Athletics online store and get what you think again. Shop.ERAUathletics.com for the latest and greatest.
So with 5 on the shot clock, the Eagles will have a chance here to get something off from underneath the basket. Ellenberger into Ackerman. Back to Lauren on the baseline. Squares it up from 3. It's too strong. No good. And rebound to Tampa.
Was a well-drawn play, though. Ellenberger got the look she wanted. Just air-mailed the shot.
Good defense by Ackerman there to get a poke away and a steal. Here comes Whiting in transition. Left side to Amack. Back to Whiting. Now Ackerman top of the circle. McWilliams. And Ellenberger on the interchange. Now Ackerman right side. She'll square it from 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound to Tampa.
Eagles have forced the turnovers with 8, just haven't been able to capitalize as they only have 4 points off turnovers.
0 for 5 from three-point area, including back-to-back misses. Franson dumps it inside, kick it over near side. Warden goes way flying past McWilliams. Her jumper, though, is no good. Rebound for the Spartans and couldn't put it back in. Foul on Ackerman.
Yeah, Warden settled right there. Thought she had the open lane. She elected to pull up for the mid-range jumper and misses it.
Stasia Tyler shooting a couple of free throws here. First is off the mark, no good. One more coming. Eagles will go to the bench. Ellenberger out for Sigrid Sandstrom. So it's Whiting and McWilliams in the backcourt with Tucker, Sandstrom, and Ackerman up front. Second free throw is good for Tyler. She's got 5, and the Spartan lead is 7, 22-15. Under 4 to go before halftime. Ackerman top of the circle. She brings Franson with her. Goes to Amack. Now Sandstrom. Now Ackerman. 8 on the shot clock for McWilliams. To Tucker. Go dribble in against a triple team, and she'll float it up and get called for the charge. Franson steps in and draws the charge on Nikki Tucker. And ball to Tampa on the turnover.
Yeah, Tucker on that one should have just floated that one over the top of Franson and going right into her body and getting the charge called on her.
Warden dribble across court, finds Sanders. Use the screen to work here against Sandstrom. Finds space all the way up, under, and short, no good. Rebound, Tucker. Here come the Eagles the other way looking for something in the fast break. Tampa does a great job getting back. Whiting at the top of the circle. We'll have to work the half-court offense. Eagles almost turn it over. Miscommunication there, but Whiting there to chase it down. To Tucker. Cutter in is picked off by Karma Jeremy. Here come the Spartans, 4-on-2. Jeremy takes it in, kicks it off. Far side, Warden. Eagles do a good job hustling back. Warden stays on the dribble. Drops it back here for Sanders. Sanders off to Titer. Crossover against Whiting. Floats it up and sticks it in. Basket and one for Stacia Titer. The Spartans have a chance to go up double figures here as Whiting has picked up her second personal.
Titer showing why she's the leading scorer for this Spartans team. Averages 12 points a game and 8 rebounds a game.
Tough shot there. 24-15. Free throw rattles home. And the Eagles turn it over immediately. Here come the Spartans the other way, head of the pack to Warden. And she's too strong. Rebound to Ashlyn McWilliams. The Eagles are down 10 at the 2:19 mark of the second quarter. Only 15 points to show.
They've only scored 4 points in this second quarter. Just can't get anything to go right now.
Find Fields on the block. Kick it out, far side, Sandstrom. 3 ball is off the mark and controlled by Tampa. Sanders up high, uses the ball screen to go from right to left. Drops it off to Titer, far side. And there's going to be a blocking foul called on Sigrid Sandstrom. Her first. Yeah, it's 4 on the Eagles, so next time it'll be 2 shots for the Spartans. 25-15. Has got to be the lowest first half offensive output of the season for the Eagles. Haven't looked at any of the notes yet, but I can't imagine we scored less than 15. Sandstrom takes it to the basket and can't even finish the layup that time. And the Eagles just can't buy a basket right now.
Yeah, truly just a lid on the basket. Only shooting 7 of 22 here in the first half. Good for 31%.
Into Jeremy. She'll kick it cross court. Sanders. Take it in over Tucker and lay it through.
And that's just something the Spartans have been able to do all game, is penetrate the lane and get easy layups.
Ellenberger will put it up from 3. That's going to be very short. Fields is a rebound. Kick it back to Ellenberger. We're under a minute. It's 27-15.
And that's one reason the shooting percentage has been so low. 0 for 7 from three-point range are the Eagles in the game thus far.
Fields at the top of the circle. To Tucker. Now Sandstrom. Now Ellenberger. Dribble and kick off to Sandstrom. Shot clock to 8. Sandstrom's going to take it in for a runner. She'll put it up. Too strong. No good. Rebound to Karma Jeremy.
She's expecting contact there, and no contact. Came to defenders were going to go up, but decided not to attempt it, and she just comes up short on that one.
Jeremy near side to Warden. Shot clock and game clock are about even. Maybe a 3 or 4 tenths of a difference. Sanders dribbles cross court in against Fields, and she gets called for a travel. So the Spartans unable to hold it for the final shot. Give the Eagles 6.2 seconds to look for some momentum. Ellenberger will let it roll as far as she possibly can, which is going to be almost to midcourt. I'm really surprised Tampa's not playing any defense yet. She'll pick it up at midcourt with 6. Head to the left. Off to Tucker. Pulls up for 3. It's off the mark. No good. And the Eagles will go to the locker room with just 15 points here in the first frame. 27-15 in favor of Tampa. All Spartans here in the first half. Eagles have got their hands full to rally here in the second half. We got 20 minutes of basketball left. A lot of time for the Eagles, but they'll go to the locker room down 12. Back after this on the Eagles Game Day Network.
Knockout! Oh, I love Knockout so much. But first, before we do that, we have a super special birthday we're celebrating this week. He's one of my favorites. Bill, will you stand up? You're the best. Come on, this is the chocolate man. If you're on this good side like me, you get chocolate. Bill McManus, do you want me to say your age? He's a veteran. He's amazing. We love him. Mr. Zuzu. Happy birthday. Okay, now we're going to play Knockout. I'm going to open it up to the first in, but first of all, do you girls want to come play? I know we have some high school, yeah? All right, come on down. Let's see how many want to come down here, and then we'll see how many spots we have left. You want to play? You can totally come down here. All right, hold on. I don't want to get it out of control. All right, some here too. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The little one. Hold on. I just want to make sure we don't go crazy because this is gonna last forever. All right, come on out here, you guys. Hold on 1 second, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, you two. You just came out here so confident, like you were just gonna get picked. You're going for it against all these ladies. You're gonna go for it. How old are you? 10. What's your name? Fernando. And how about you?
7.
And what's your name?
8. And Diego.
Diego. All right, you guys. And what school are you guys with? Space Coast. Space Coast. And you guys too? Space Coast? No. You're from New York? Frederick Douglass, I said. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to shoot from the free throw line. Do you guys know how to play knockout? You're trying to get out the person in front of you. If you haven't played before, stay toward the back and then you'll figure it out. And hey, what's the winner going to get? T-shirt, one of our brand new T-shirts. Okay, are you ready? On your mark, get set.
Yes, we can.
Okay, let's do 5. You two, if you did not play, you played right or no you didn't? All right, come on down. Hayden, you want to play? All right, I need one more. And one girl. Come on, we're in a hurry. All right, you guys know what you're doing. You're shooting for the free throw line. We've got 5, and this time we've got 1 lady. This is going to be so exciting. Are you ready? All right, on your mark. Get set, go!
got a minute left until the start of the second half here in Daytona Beach between Embry-Riddle and the University of Tampa. And I guess good news, bad news. Bad news for the Eagles, they're down by 12. Good news is still got 20 minutes of basketball left. A lot of time here, but that second quarter, a rough one for the Eagles. Just 4 points. Down 2 at the end of the first quarter. Tampa outscores the Eagles 14-4 in the second quarter. They take a 12-point cushion to the break, and the Eagles will have a big hole to dig themselves out of here against the Spartans today at the ICI Center. Scoring numbers for the Eagles, Lauren Ellenberger and Tara Fields are the leaders, but just 4 points each. Sabrina Whiting has 2, Nikki Tucker has 2, Morgan Ackerman with 2, and Ashley McWilliams made a free throw. Eagles overall 7 out of 25 with more turnovers than field goals. 9 turnovers in the first half and 7 field goals. 0 for 8 from three-point area and just 2 out of 13 in that rough second quarter, 15% from the field. So the Eagles will look to have some better success at the basket at the east end of the ICI Center here in the second half. Tampa with the basketball first to start in the second half. They'll work from right to left across your radio dial or across your computer monitor if you're watching on the Embry-Riddle Athletics website. Spartan ball, go in for a lob to Sanders. Shots off the mark, no good. Rebound to Lauren Ellenberger. Try to take advantage of Sanders' size against Sabrina Whiting. The Eagles will race front court quickly. Ellenberger drops it back to Tucker, then back into Fields. And she'll take it into a double team, and she's called for the travel.
Just been a tough game for Tara already. That's her 5th turnover on the day.
Yeah, the Eagles with 10 turnovers, 5 of which have come from Tara Fields. Spartan ball front court, top of the circle. That's Tider with it. Back around the near side to find Jeremy in the corner. Let's get back the other way to Warden. Defended by Lauren Ellenberger. Back up high, Sanders. Dribble in, gets it poked away, and Ellenberger will come out of there with it. The Eagles have gotten 2 stops, but need to get some points on the board. Ellenberger for Tucker. Guarded here tightly by Karma Jeremy. Over to Fields. She's beyond the 3-point line. Franson is at the free throw line, giving her plenty of space. Now Tucker, backdoor cut to Ellenberger, and she's too far under the basket. And Ellenberger puts it off the bottom of the backboard, rebounded by the Spartans. She was wide open off of a screen coming under the basket, but never cleared the under portion of the backboard and unable to convert. Spartans up high, 90 seconds in, scoreless in the second half. Tider right side with Sandstrom. Off a screen, pulls up for the 15-footer. Very short, it's an air ball. And the ball will go to the Eagles.
Just both teams struggling on the offensive end to open this second half here, and that hopefully will help the Eagles out on their end as they just haven't been able to get the lid off the basket right now.
Tucker, post feed Fields. Ball fake, puts it up off the backboard and in. So Fields gets the Eagles on the board, breaks the Saran wrap off the back of the rim here. See if they can put a few more in and rally from 10 down.
In basketball, it's usually a game of averages, and she's well below her averages now. We hope to have her big half from Fields here.
Tider spins off a screen, reverses it. Ellenberger fights through everything to get with her. Here comes Warden on the far side. They throw it cross-court. Sanders back underneath, and Ellenberger hustles to get a deflection and knock it out. 4 on the shot clock. Spartans have been very patient, and the Eagles' defense has been good. Got to dig in for 4 more seconds. Warden looks to trigger. And that's a 5-second violation, ball to the Eagles. If you want to rally from 12 down, you're going to have to dig in on defense. The Eagles have done that so far in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Haven't allowed a point yet, trying to chip away at that deficit. Tucker, Whiting, open for 3 near side. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Ellenberger dives in there to fight for it, as does Nikki Tucker, and we get a held ball. Possession arrow favors the Eagles, so a fresh 30 in the basketball to Embry-Riddle. Another good hustle play there for the Eagles. Ellenberger will trigger from underneath. And we get a foul called for a push. It's going to go on Molly Franson, her second personal. Eagles will keep it underneath the basket, this time from the right-hand side. Run Whiting off a screen. Get her the ball in the perimeter. Back to Ellenberger. Tampa does a good job recovering. Post feed Fields. Down low against Franson. And rattles it off the rim. No good, but a foul. Franson's got 3 if that's on her. She's been a dominant defensive presence for the Spartans, and now she's got 3 fouls with 7:02 to go third quarter.
Yeah, she's definitely been a problem down low for Fields here in this first and second half, so they can get her out of the game. It could pay dividends for the Eagles in the long run.
The Eagles missed the free throw. It's a struggle there today. Just 1 for 5 for the team.
And still 0 for 9 from three-point range. That's what's really killed the Eagles this far.
The Eagles are a good free throw shooting team at 76% on the year. Fields does make the second of 2. Now 2 out of 6 as a team. 27-18, it's back to single digits. Warden, far side. Now Jeremy, now Tyder, and around the horn Sanders. Backdoor cut, deflected and stolen away. Here come the Eagles the other direction to Fields. She'll catch underneath. Out to Sabrina Whiting, over to Ellenberger. Around the horn, Sandstrom 3 ball. That's off the mark, no good. Excellent ball movement, but the Eagles couldn't get the shot to drop. Warden throws it to Sanders, far side. And the Eagles, good hustle on defense. Get back to slow down the fast break for the Spartans.
They got the exact look they wanted on the offensive end, just couldn't capitalize. Now 0 for 10 for the three-point range.
Skip pass far side. Jeremy works against Tucker. Post feed underneath, kick it out. Tighter. Swinging around the horn far side. Warden's jumper is good, and it's good from 3.
That's just the first three-pointer of the game for both teams. Tampa 1 for 5 from three-point range.
Ellenberger is open from 3. That's way off the mark, no good. Rebound to Tampa. Eagles now 0 for 11. Another 3 for the Spartans. That one by Warden is no good. She might have gone to the well one too many times. Sandstrom was wide open but passed it up. She'll square it up this time, and it's off the mark once again. Rebound loose on the floor, and Ellenberger's after it. Fields is after it, and we got a held ball. This time possession arrow will go to Tampa.
Just can't generate any offense right now, shooting 8 for 31 from the field. 25% for you math majors out there, having a real tough time getting that ball in the cylinder.
Yeah, 0 for 12 from three-point area. As a team, the Eagles are 37% from 3. They've made 82 three-pointers.
Yeah, it's
in
usually
11 games, so roughly
pretty consistent part of their offense, and they usually rely on it.
7.5 three-pointers per game. Today, 0 for 12. Tied her up high, and they're going to get McWilliams for a hand check.
At this point, they have to go with the Kobe Bryant mentality. The best way to shoot out of a shooting slump, keep shooting.
Keep shooting. Fields will check out for Ackerman, and the Spartans will go to their bench as well. Emily Eshu checks back in. Tyder's got it out between the circles. She'll work against McWilliams to start the offense. Jeremy works against Ackerman. Goes a lob in, it's deflected and picked off by the Eagles, and we're going to get a foul on Stacia Tyder. Eagles going to be 3 on the Spartans here in the third quarter.
Playing good defense on one end as they've already forced 4 turnovers here in this third quarter. Just can't do anything on the offensive end.
Down 12 once again. That's what it was at halftime. Tucker's going to take a dribble drive and get it blocked. It's blocked out of bounds, and we'll go to our under 5 media timeout. 4:54 to go, third quarter. Eagles still down 12. Back after this on the Eagles Game Day Network.
Middle drawstring bat. If you picked it up at Program, it's one of the white papers on your way in, and it has a blue Embry-Riddle eagle tattoo attached to it. Oh, you got it? Is that your grandson? Mel and Karen Ray's grandson. You just won our Embry-Riddle drawstring backpack. Thanks for getting here, and good job picking the program of the game.
Eagles will have the basketball to start this possession. Throw it into Tucker. He'll shoot a turnaround. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound by Tampa. Karma Jeremy with the basketball. Works against Ellenberger. Right-hand side. Tighter against Ackerman. Back to Jeremy. Takes it in. Kicks it cross court. Open look from three is on the way. In and out, and rebounded by Karma Jeremy for the Spartans. She'll kick it back out, and they'll reset it. ERAU left side. Over to Sanders. Back up high, Tighter. Now Warden. Good ball movement here. Spartans very patient. Over to Sanders. ERAU, top of the circle. Dribble and drop. For Tighter, poked away by Ellenberger, off to Sanders. She goes baseline, over Sabrina Whiting, and puts it in. Athletic move there by Faith Sanders to put it in without charging into Sabrina Whiting, who had stepped in to take the charge. The ball knocked away by Tampa out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. Ellenberger out for Koopman. The Eagles looking for somebody with the hot hand. Ackerman and right-hand wing for Whiting. Dribble down the paint, spin move off the window is going to be no good, but a foul. It's going to go on 23, Emily ERAU, her second personal. Team's fourth here in the third quarter, so next foul and the rest of the fouls this quarter will be 2 shots for the Eagles. Although the free throw line hasn't been very friendly so far today, just 2 out of 6. And Whiting's free throw is no good. Sabrina, 83%, one of our best free throw shooters. And she can't make either one of them. Just one of those nights. So the Eagles go 0 for 2 from the line. Jeremy going to take it down the paint for a runner. It's no good. Rebound to Ackerman for the Eagles. Whiting will push front court. Eagles looking for somebody who can find a way to score some points. Ackerman, McWilliams. Tucker far side. Skip it over to Amack. She'll take it on the baseline against Warden. Up off the backboard. Too strong, no good. Rebound loose and out of bounds off Tampa. It'll stay with the Eagles. 8 for 34 for the game.
And just 1 for 11 here in this third quarter. Just can't get anything to go right now.
Whiting open for a 3 ball. All the way around the rim and falls off. No good. I thought that one was down.
Just when you think you're going to get a friendly roll, the gods are not nice to you, and that one rims in and out.
Foul on Koopman here in the front court, her second.
It's just got to be frustrating right now for the Eagles. You're getting the looks you want. Whiting wide open from the corner. That's a shot she'll make 9 times out of 10. Just can hit it right there.
Down 14. Only 3 times in history have the Eagles gone an entire game without a three-pointer. Karma Jeremy will take all the way to the basket. She can't finish either. The Eagles go over the top to Ackerman, and she can't finish underneath. And the Spartans come the other way. Three-second violation on Tampa. (32-18). 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Sabrina Whiting will,
and they're going to say no shot, offensive foul on Whiting.
Yeah, get called for a charge.
And finally, the one shot that they make is a no basket. And they got to correct the scoreboard as scoreboard officials got a little too excited. They're giving us 20 because we finally made a shot.
Third foul on Sabrina Whiting. Jeremy drops it off near side. Titer's jumper is good. First player to double figures for either team. And Whiting gets the ball poked away from behind. It's going to be a foul on Faith Sanders. It will be 2 shots here for the Eagles.
Yeah, Titer now has the double-double as she already has 10 points, 15 rebounds on the day.
So Sabrina will get a couple free throws here. So the Eagles are in the middle of shooting a free throw, and they issue a bench decorum warning, and they're going to wave off the one free throw we finally made. Referees are going to get together and talk about it, see if the ball was already in her hands. They're going to go ahead and score the free throw. And Whiting will make both free throws. (34-20).
And hopefully just seeing the ball go in the basket will finally generate some offense for the Eagles because they're not out of this game, only down 14.
And the only good news about today is we've held Tampa to 34 points. Titer to Issue, who works here against Ellenberger. Off to Jeremy. Back to Issue. Pull up in the elbow jumper, and it's good. The Eagle playing very aggressive defense, trying to double team everything down there in the corner. Spartans able to recover and get an open look. Ackerman off to Ellenberger. Now Tucker back to Ellenberger inside, and she's called for a travel. Lauren thought about shooting that basketball, looked up and saw a defender there and tried to pull it back down, and she did, but she had already taken the 2 steps.
Now 12 turnovers on the day for the Eagles compared to 14 for Tampa, but Eagles haven't been able to capitalize on the turnovers. Only 5 points off turnovers, where Tampa 15 points off turnovers.
Shot clock's turned off, 18 seconds for the Spartans. They lead it by 16. They can extend it here. Sanders, Warden, trying to post Karma Jeremy. The ball's deflected. Warden picks it up our side. Drops it out to Issue. A long 3. And it counts if it goes, and they will say, yes, it does count.
It's just the second 3-pointer of the day for both teams, as that's now 2 for 8 for Tampa.
Yeah, it looked like that one might have still been in her hands when the red light went on the backboard, at least. But again, one of those days. The Eagles can't buy a basket right now, and Spartans knock one down for 3. So 39-20. Spartans by 19 through 3 quarters.
And ever since that first quarter, they've only combined to score 9 total points, 4 in the second quarter and 5 in that third quarter. Just can't get anything to go right now. They only made 1 field goal in that third quarter, and they only made 2 field goals in that second quarter.
Yeah, we thought the field goal percentage in the second quarter of 2 for 13 wasn't very good. In the third quarter, we were 1 for 11. So we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back. The Eagles are down 19 going to the fourth quarter. Back after this on the Eagles Game Day Network. Well, the Eagles are going to look for something different here in the fourth quarter with just 20 points total so far. Feed it into Tara Fields. She'll go strong and too strong. It's no good. Rebound to the Spartans. They look to push the other way. Got a 2-on-2 fast break, but everybody hustles back to slow it down. Warden back to Jeremy. Throw it inside, down low. Back to Jeremy. Ball's loose, picked up by Ashley McWilliams. Another turnover for the Spartans. That's number 16 on the day for Tampa, but they still lead it by 19 points. Koopman for Ellenberger. Now Amack. Post feed into Tara Fields. She'll turn and face, shoot a jumper that's no good. Good defense by Franson once again. She has won the battle today. Molly Franson hasn't scored a single point, but her defense has been critical against Tara Fields.
Yeah, it won't show up on the stat sheet, but definitely having a strong game for Tampa.
Jeremy looks for Franson, can't find her, kicks it off near side Warden. She'll go run the baseline, kick it cross court, and Fields will poke it away. Eagles create another turnover. Ellenberger finds Sandstrom. Back to Ellenberger and Amack, top of the circle. Another post feed into Fields. Now to Koopman. Round back the other way, Sandstrom. Post feed one more time, Fields. She'll spin up, under, and try to kick it off this way to Koopman. It's deflected and stolen away. Here come the Spartans. Sanders will throw it far side to Warden, who will finish it.
Just doing a nice job of running the floor there. 2-on-1, nothing the Eagles can do about that one. Now a 21-point game.
Another lob in is picked off and stolen away by the Spartans. They try to go back to Fields and nothing doing. Jeremy skips it back this way toward Franson. Over the top, down low, inside to Tyder. Shot clock to 7. Jeremy down the paint, deflected and blocked, and rebounded to the Eagles. McWilliams trying to go coast to coast. She's cut off for Ellenberger. Now into Fields. Back out to Amack for 3, and it's good. Well, the Eagles do finally make a three-pointer, so breaking news, we're not going to go the entire game without a three-pointer, but now 1 out of 14. It's 41-23. The Eagles down 18 at the 7:22 mark. Take a quick timeout and come right back on the Eagles Game Day Network.
Waiting on Facebook, you can search for clips. And one last option, that's right. You can find us on Instagram at ERAU. Athletics.
41-23 Tampa. A little over 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Jeremy with Tighter out high. Back to Faith Sanders. Round the horn to the left-hand baseline. Look for a cutter in Franson, and we're going to call a held ball. Very easily could have been a charge. Lauren Ellenberger is just standing right there, takes it right in the chest. And they'll say it's a charge. Possession arrow to the Spartans.
Yes, since she happened to grab the ball at the exact time she was hit, jump ball.
Spartan basketball inside, partially blocked by Muse, but they'll say got her on the arm. That's Ashley Muse seeing her first action of the day. Put Stacia Tighter on the free throw line.
Amazing, the Eagles still haven't got to 10 field goals on the day, shooting just 9 of 39 from the field.
Tighter rattles the free throw home. She leads the team in scoring and rebounds on the year, and she's doing just that today. 11 points and 16 rebounds. Now make it 12 points and 16 rebounds. The only player for either team in double-figure points or rebounds. And Whiting will take it to the basket, get the bucket and one. Foul goes on Sanders, her second personal. And puts Sabrina on the line for a chance to add to her total. Just 6 points today. Spartans will go to the bench and get Molly Franson out for Emily Eschew. Whiting converts the free throw. Ackerman will check back in for Sandstrom. The Eagles going to jump into their three-quarter court trap. They'll try anything they can here, down 18 with 6:40 to play. Sanders trapped in the backcourt against the double team. It's picked off here by Nikki Tucker, and she's called for the travel.
And she did take that extra step, had the hop step on him, just her momentum carried her forward, and she took the extra step. Unfortunate call right there by the Eagles.
Eagles get the turnover they were looking for, but couldn't convert it. Deflection by Muse, but picked up by the Spartans. Sanders, top of the circle with 5, works against Ellenberger. She'll shoot it from the elbow, draws rim, which she needed to do. And it's knocked out of bounds by Karma Jeremy, and the ball will go to the Eagles. (43-25). Eagles down 18 at the 5:55 mark. Ellenberger into Tucker. Out to Muse. Want to post Tucker, instead they'll shoot a 3. Whiting's 3 is no good. Rebound to Karma Jeremy. She got Warden ahead of the pack, but she'll come cross court to Eschew. Stop and pop for 3, and it's good. Emily Eshu's got 8. The Eagles will run the floor to Nikki Tucker for a quick bucket. And timeout taken here by Coach Wilson at the 5:25 mark. The Eagles are finally starting to find some offense, but unfortunately, they are down 19 at the 5:25 mark of the fourth quarter, 46-27. Back out. Eagles offense is starting to find some rhythm, but it might be too little too late. 46-28, they correct the scoreboard. It was 27 before the timeout. Live stat said 28, scoreboard now says 28, so it's still an 18-point deficit either way. Sanders across the timeline to Jeremy. Now Warden. Eshu out between the circles, over to Jeremy. Shot clock to 6. Takes it in, looks for a backdoor cutter, and it's up and good for Emily Eshu. She'll go to double figures with 10. Very efficient, 4 out of 5 shooting today for Emily Eshu. Ellenberger going to go dribble drive, and she's going to come up short. Rebound to the Spartans. (48-28). Sanders off right-hand wing. Spartans very patient. Shot clock under 5 once again. Ball's loose on the floor. Whiting dives after it as Eshu ends up with it. Throws it a prayer that's off the mark and never drew rim. So there'll be a shot clock violation. Basketball to the Eagles. (48-28). Whiting loses the handle. It's picked up by the Spartans. And a basket at the other end for Rachel Warden. Ashley McWilliams will answer at the other end for the Eagles. Still a 20-point deficit, 50-30 with 3:35 to play. Spartans kick it off near side and back out to Sanders. Warden on the far side. She'll take it on the baseline, come back to Sanders. She'll come down the paint and find Eshu for a triple. And it's good.
And they're feeding the hot hand as Eshu has 8 points here in this second half.
53-30.
Now the leading scorer of the game with 13.
McWilliams out between the circles. She'll take it down the paint for a floater that's off the mark. Rebound to the Spartans with 2:45 to play.
Giselle's recipe for disaster when one team shoots 52% from the field and the other is only shooting 26% from the field.
Yeah.
Just been a tough game here for the Eagles.
Sandstrom will return for Embry-Riddle. The Eagles try to find something positive in the last 2:38, down 23.
And this is by far their lowest scoring game of the year. The lowest before this one was 54 points, so they're 24 points behind that. Just been a struggle today.
Sandstrom dribbles deep and kicks it out. Ackerman open for three, and that's good. That's part of our offense right there. Penetrate and pitch for three-point attempts. Just couldn't get any of them to go earlier today. Now that they are falling, it's just too little too late.
Yeah, there's a reason the Eagles have 9 wins on the year, and that's been a strong reason why is knocking down those three-pointers. And when you shoot 2 for 16, it's not going to put you in good position to win a lot of ball games.
Warden, Tyder, and Sanders. 3-ball far side is off the mark. Ackerman rebounds. Here come the Eagles the other way. Down 20 with 1:38. Tucker at the top of the circle. Dribbles in against Sanders. Out to Sandstrom. Now Ackerman. To McWilliams. Shot clock to 6. Amack a drive off the right side, and she'll bank one home. She's got 8.
Now she's the leading scorer for the Eagles with only 8 points. No one in double digits right now.
Warden trying to work some clock here against McWilliams. And an Amack called for the foul. Just the third against the Eagles, so give the Spartans the basketball. Ackerman out for Koopman. .45 seconds left to play. Sanders with 20 on the shot clock, works here against Sigrid Sandstrom. Spartans just trying to play keep away until the shot clock gets down to single digits. Here comes a double team. Sanders trapped here working against Sandstrom, takes a dribble drive in and then floats it to the baseline to his shoe and turns it over. 16.7 to go here. Eagles down 18. Koopman will take it down the paint. Her runner is no good. Rebound to Karma Jeremy. And the Spartans will run out the clock here in the front court. 53-35 the final. A rough start to the second half of play for the Eagles today. The Christmas break not too kind to the Eagles. A rough afternoon offensively as they drop one here, 53-35 to Tampa. And good news about this one, Luke, it only counts as one loss. You can move on, come back and play another game very, very shortly, coming up next Wednesday. And we'll try to put this one in the to take that videotape after the game, and we'll just burn that because it just didn't have much for us today.
We can just throw that one away. Don't even worry about this one. You got to wonder how much of a factor the 11 days off took into the ladies' shooting ability today. Only shooting 29%. We can blame it on the days off that they got, and this is the time that they'll have to step up in the season because it's conference play from here on out for the Eagles. So let's get this one out of the way. Don't worry about it and hope they can bounce back against Lynn on January 3rd.
Yeah, Eagles off to a good start in conference play at 9-2 overall and 3-1 in the league, but they'll drop to 3-2. Tampa will improve to 4-2. And let's get you some updated standings around the Sunshine State Conference because all the games have gone final now in women's basketball. Lynn knocked off St. Leo. Nova beat Berry. Florida Tech beat Palm Beach Atlantic. Eckerd beat Rollins in overtime, and Tampa just knocked off Embry-Riddle. So looking at the up-to-date standings, Eckerd goes to 5-1 with their win. The Eagles are now 3-2. Tampa is 4-2. Barry, I guess haven't updated theirs, even though the score is posted. They lost to Nova, so they have 2 losses. Florida Southern has 2 losses. Nova has 2 losses. Florida Tech has 2 losses. So Eckerd's got 1 loss. And then there's a log jam of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams with 2 losses. The Eagles, good news, we're tied for 2nd place with 6 other schools with 2 losses. So a log jam in the Sunshine State Conference. The Eagles will try to bounce back against Lynn on Wednesday down in Boca Raton. So for those of you listening online or watching online, we'll have the men's game coming up here in just a little bit. That one is scheduled for a 6 o'clock start, and we'll be pretty close to on time. It's 5:34. That's 26 minutes from now, and so we'll have that broadcast for you on the Eagles Game Day Network. Also have radio coverage on WSBB. That's AM 1230 in New Smyrna Beach, AM 1490 in DeLand, AM 1400 in Sanford, and new as of earlier this week, simulcast on 106.9 FM. So 106.9 FM, AM 1230, AM 1400, or AM 1490. You got a lot of places to choose from if you're here in the local Central Florida area. Or, of course, you can always watch and listen to us online on the Eagles Game Day Network. We're back in 28 minutes for the men's game against the University of Tampa. Take a break. We'll see you in a few.
Is there food in between games?